Let's journey back to Bionicle G2. Let's take a look at the Protector of Jungle. Is this a good set? How are the pieces that come with this guy? Are they any good for creating your own custom Bionicle creations? And what would a revamp of this set look like? Well, let's discuss all that and more in today's video. This here is the Protector of Jungle, whose actual canon name is Vizuna. We'll start off with Vizuna's big old bow. It's truly fantastic. It's interesting, there's not a lot of Bionicle bows in official sets. For the amount of Bionicle characters, you'd think there'd be way more, but there really isn't. And I do think this is a clever way of stylizing the stud shooter element that we see on every single Protector set. Of course, all of them have it on their person in some fashion. But there's something about this one that's just really fun. The simple mechanism of twisting the gear in the center of the rod to fire each of the studs. I mean, look at it. It is fun. But I am going to reiterate what I said in the Protector of Fire video. As fun as this might be, these studs are very, very tiny, and they shoot out at such a fast speed that it is incredibly easy to lose these pieces. In fact, as I recorded this video, I lost 2 of those studs. I don't know where they are. So look, hey, really fun play feature, and I can really appreciate that, but when you lose pieces, it starts to get real not fun real quickly. But I like the look of the crossbow. That's all that matters. Now, of course, Bionicle G2 altered things a little bit. Liwa was no longer the Toa of Air, instead, they were the Master of Jungle. Although I guess the 2 elements kind of just go hand in hand to some degree. But this is the Protector of Jungle, not the Protector of Air. And so I can appreciate the subtle little details like, adding in these lime green plant pieces on the feet. G1 Bionicle sets never really had the opportunity to explore plant life all that much. But now the G2 sets get to do that. And while this may be incredibly subtle and small, it really does look nice. And I think this is a great way of helping to differentiate this character from all of the other Protectors. Because, when all the other Protectors have the exact same mask, the same feet pieces, the same rough size and overall build, you'd be worried that they'd blend together a bit too much. But because of stuff like this, he feels unique and he feels special. I like that. I think that's what I like about this set so much. The attention to detail. The little things, they really push this over the edge and make him feel cool. And cool in his own unique way. There's a lot packed into this very tiny set. I can appreciate that. And actually, let's keep talking about what's packed into this set. Like the pieces. What are some of the best parts that come in this set? And how can you use them in your own LEGO creations? Well, let's discuss. The Protector of Jungle, of course, includes some of these very fancy lightning bolt elements. Look at it, it's got like 3 colors molded into one. Trans yellow that flows into trans green and then just has that little hint of trans dark blue. That's so dang pretty, isn't it? And it's quite rare to see 3 colors molded into one piece. Check out how IGU has used this part on a revamp of an old Slicer set. They've introduced this almost dinosaur-like appearance to the character, and the way that these lightning pieces kind of run down the neck and over the edge of the tail, it's just so dope. These create this awesome mental image of some kind of mecha robot dinosaur that's overflowing with power, and lightning is just spewing out of all the different parts of its body. Isn't that sick? And plus too, I think these pieces complement the purple and the black color scheme in such a nice way. It's truly sensational. And hey, let's keep talking about those funky translucent colors, like the trans bright green CCBS armor parts. I rather like how Ron Folkers has used these elements. He's also used them alongside the mask that comes in this set. You pair them with a couple other trans bright green pieces, and you really got something. In this context, when it's surrounded by all of this shiny and metallic looking gunmetal and black armor, it starts to look so villainous, so evil. It's like a character that has some sort of acid-based powers, and they wear this protective suit so that they can contain their acidic form. Well, That's how I see this MOC. It's actually intended to be a heroic tower of air. Nothing like what I thought it was. But you know, we all interpret art differently. And no matter how you interpret this, I think you can still look at this color scheme and admit that it is really freaking cool. Maybe you can use these parts in a similar way. I mentioned those nice lime green plant vine pieces before. Now let's get a couple more ideas for how we could use them. BrickThing has a MOC that uses a few of them actually. We've got some flowing out the back of their head, like it's some kind of funky plant-based hair. It actually works quite well as hair, this piece. The natural curvature of it kind of matches the curves and flows that you would see on hair. But, you know, of course, it also mimics plant life perfectly. And it pairs quite nicely with some of the other lime pieces that we see down below on this MOC. It's great. This MOC works on so many levels. Of course, this set also includes this nice dark blue skull spider. Every single one of the protectors comes with a skull spider, and you can do the very iconic play feature where you place them on the head of the character and they become possessed. It's fun. But how else could this piece be used in a MOC? Well, let's actually keep the claws on for this one, because IGU has something very clever. This MOC is actually a combo model that only uses pieces from G2 Liwa, and of course the Protector of Jungle. I love how both the skull spiders that come on this set, they're being used as some kind of vambrass weapon. The dark blue section is armor, but the gunmetal claws are some type of savage, cool-looking weapon. What a sick idea. It'd be pretty easy for you to build something pretty similar to this if you have these pieces. I briefly talked about that black gear that's present on the set's weapon. You only get one of them in the set, but here's an idea for how you could use it if you had a few more of them. A builder called Sapphire Was Here has a creation called Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. And look at how many gears have been elegantly worked into this larger design. Using these as kind of textural elements, I think that's genius. The kind of clockwork style that this MOC has is amazing. Perhaps you could do something similar. Just place a few in the torso, put them down the back, whatever. It's gonna look good. And it's gonna look even better in black. And finally, what about Vizuna's mask? How can that be used? BrickThing uses it in a rather well-made creation. The way that it's neatly tucked into the torso and how it kind of flows down into the arm. There's just something so natural and so pretty about how that looks. I don't know, you just sort of stop seeing the shape of the mask, and instead it just looks like grass growing over dirt. Or I don't know, it just works so well with those other green pieces that it just starts to look like armor detailing. Perhaps you could embed this mask into a larger design, kind of like this. It looks magnificent. Alright, that's some ideas for how you can use these pieces. Now, why don't we check out 2 revamps of the Protector of Jungle. This here is a sick revamp that reimagines the character if they were way bigger and a lot cooler. I like to think that if G2 had continued on, if we got a few more waves of it year after year, maybe we would have seen some of these Protector characters kind of growing up and becoming larger, bigger Toa. And maybe it would have looked a little bit like this. Check this out, by the way. The inclusion of some of these system plant pieces is a good choice. It's just the perfect way to showcase the elemental powers of the character. You know, they're the Protector of Jungle, right? You might as well show off that in some fashion. It makes sense that they would borrow plants or materials from the jungle and use it for armor or just some nice fashion details. I really like how that looks. Go grab some of your system plant pieces and put them on your Bionicle MOCs. I also quite enjoy the weapon choices, especially these ones, because they look quite similar to Liwa Uniter's weapons. I like the idea that Liwa trained him and, you know, he's now adopted his fighting style. That's a cool concept. Yeah, this MOC just has presence. It's so detailed and so fun, I really dig it. But I love this one. Let's check out a revamp that's a little bit closer to the original set. This is by Tumble, and it's called Zoyami Protector of Jungle, Protectors of the Past. Oh, that's really cool, isn't it? Making Protectors of Jungle from different time periods or different generations. Who was the very first Protector? That's cool. There's so much like storytelling potential in that and so many ideas embedded in that line of thinking. And I mean, just look at this refined color scheme. There's something about bright green and silver armor that goes so hard. The sleekness of the armor and the poses of the character, they've got such a smooth and agile look to them that seems perfect for an air-themed character. Yeah, I know they're a protector of jungle, not air, but, you know, they're basically the same thing. And still, a protector of jungle would certainly have that same kind of agility and agile nature to them, you know? Also, look at how they've just kind of stylized this MOC a little bit more. Adding in some LEGO minifigure weapons on the torso, just to make it that little bit more interesting. That's cool. And even just those two silver Borok eyes down here on the waist, the way that looks like some sort of samurai armor, that's pretty cool. Dude, this is phenomenal. What a dope reimagining of the character. So that's the Protector of Jungle. It's a great set with some pretty great pieces. If you enjoyed some of the creations that I showed off today, be sure to take a look at the links in the description below. You can see even more stuff right there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now.